Everybody knows that since Manchester City were taken over, they've been considered a pretty rich football club. So tell me, mate, where's all my money gone? Turns out I can just adjust the budget, and now we have quite a bit more money. I take it back, owners. Hey guys, and welcome back to the second episode of the FM21 Manchester City Road to the Champions League save with me, Raxo FM, where today we're going to try and find out a way to shorten that intro because that was a very long sentence, but we are going to be jumping into all of the transfers that we are going to make before the first game against Arsenal in the transfer special, and then hopefully we will have a good enough team to win the Champions League this year. But first we need to identify the areas that we do need to strengthen. And first, you need to subscribe to the Raxo FM channel. That was a great transition. As well as liking this video if you are enjoying the save so far and excited for the future. 10 likes would be amazing for today's episode to keep the ball rolling. Thank you so much for the support in yesterday's episode. Let's keep it going. I highlighted a couple of positions in the last episode that we need to think about strengthening, and I'll just reiterate those quickly because I did go over them for a significant period of time in yesterday's episode. So left back would be a position that we'd like to improve. Central midfielder would be decent. A striker as well as one of the wingers if we can find anyone in that sort of role. So it's a pretty stacked squad already. I think anyone that does end up coming our way that's a decent player is probably going to be pretty high up the shortlist. You know, we've not got that much money, but I didn't actually realise I could adjust the budget, and now we have £35 million, and we can sell some players to make that close to £100 million, I'd say. That's enough to make one or two really good signings, and I'll go out, do some scouting, make sure we find some really good players. I'm sure we will. We'll get rid of a couple of dead weight lost players that we really don't need anymore. Eric Garcia, definitely going to be one of the main ones up there because yeah, he's not signing another contract. So £20 million for that man? I think we can do it. As well as a bit of money for the rest of the players that we don't need anymore. I have a feeling this is going to be a very good transfer window. If not, well, we might not be winning the Champions League this year. I told you we were going to be making money, and now we have some money. Riyad Mahrez is being sold, confirmed. He's left the club, and he's moving potentially to bigger and better things to Real Madrid. And it's not confirmed yet, but I'm pretty sure the money is coming to our account. It's in our account, £90 million. And you're thinking, you know, £42 million added on to 35. That's only 77. Where's the other money coming from? I'll tell you where the other bit of money's coming from. We've also managed to sell, again, not confirmed apparently. We've also managed to sell, or was it confirmed? Did I miss it? Where is it? Oh, no, there's the selling screen. Here we go. Eric Garcia has left the club for only £14.75 million. I'm so disappointed there's only that amount. And the fact that he's gone to Wolves. Like, man, if you want to leave the club, at least try and accelerate your game. We would have played you here. I know Wolves are definitely going to be playing you, but you're just a squad player there. You would have been a squad player here. I don't see the logic, but we'll go with it. He needed to leave the club. He was not willing to negotiate, so I thought I'd cash in on him. This was the highest bid that we got, and I didn't want to push it too far out because I felt like the longer we pushed it out, the more his value was going to decline. So £15 million is not too bad. Adding that onto the Riyad Mahrez deal, and we've made ourselves a tidy bit of money for two players that realistically weren't going to be played all that much. Although, I mean, if Garcia did want to stay at the club, probably would have played him quite a bit. Our first signing of the Manchester City save is Serge Gnabry. He's coming in for only £55 million, which could eventually rise to £68 million. But for now, this is a great deal. We're going to simulate forward, see what his current ability is looking like, see what the media reaction is. I think it's going to be a positive one. B-, I'll take it. I will take it. A former Arsenal player, now moving to the England side once again, but not Arsenal. It is Manchester City. And I think he's going to be a great option for us out on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. I think that he could start ahead of the guy who plays right wing, who isn't there right now. Where is he? whereas Bernardo Silva. So I think we might dip him back into the central midfield role and use him in there, and then start Gnabry out on the right-hand side. Great partnership between him and Sterling. Both got a lot of pace. They're pretty similar players. Sterling is still a wee bit better. If you actually do the comparison, you can see that Sterling is definitely a better player if I can actually find him to get a comparison going on. Sterling's better in just about every single stat. Based off these, he's better in all aspects, but in this, he's just better in particular stats. I like that Gnabry can play up and striker, right wing, left wing. He's versatile. He's exactly what we need. I think he's going to be the perfect player to cover all of those wing positions. If only we had Leroy Sané, we wouldn't have had to make this signing. Well, I've got a serious predicament. I have two left-back options, and they're both great. If they both sucked, it would be much easier to decide. Well, actually, it'd probably be just as hard to decide. But our options are Rafael Guerreiro and Nicolas Tagliafico. And they're both names I can pronounce, so that's not even up for debate. If you actually compare the two, we can see that Tagliafico is definitely more of a defensive left-back, whereas Guerreiro is definitely more of an attacking left-back. So two very contrasting players, and I don't know who to sign. I'm really struggling. I actually have no clue at all. I think the main thing that's getting me is that Tagliafico is 28 and Guerreiro was 26. Guerreiro's got much more stats on the technical side. Tagliafico definitely dominates the mental and physicals though. If we take a look at the defensive stats, though, we can see that Tagliafico is all over him in these. I just don't know who to go for. They've both got similar amounts of pace. He's got more strength, more stamina, natural finish, jumping reach. Like, he's more of a defender. I think that's what we're seeing here. We've got a defender versus an attacker, and I don't know who to sign. I just don't. 22 million or 18 million, there's not much in it. And the deals could rise for both of them. I mean, Tagliafico's could move to 28, whereas Guerreiro's can move to 36. I have no clue who is the better signing. I think they're both brilliant signings, actually. You could justify making either of them a starting left back for you, but I got to pick one. And I think I'm just talking to delay the inevitable. Are either of them better than Mendy? You know what? Let's actually do that comparison. This is something that I should have checked earlier, but it's something that I've now just realised is probably an important comparison. Mendy's more of a defensive left back, maybe? I don't know. But Mendy's definitely got him here for defending, physicality, and speed aerially. So, yeah, I think Mendy's more of a defensive left back. But Guerreiro adds something attacking-wise. And I think we're kind of seeing a pattern here as Guerreiro being a much better attacking player than every other left back, basically in the world. He's really good at attacking. And when you break it down like this, it doesn't look like much of a difference. But I think the comparison between Mendy and Tagliafico is going to be much more interesting. Where is Mendy? We're going to have to go through this comparison setting as well. We can see there's not a whole lot in it. And if you break it down like this, Tagliafico is better at defending, whereas Mendy's better at attacking. Oh, it's hard. It's hard. It's just these stats that Tagliafico is really good at, marking and tackling. He's incredible at them. And I don't know what to do. What about defensive positioning? Is that's the positioning here, 14. So Tagliafico is definitely the best defensive right back in the world. I mean left back in the world, basically, is what I'm saying here. I have no idea. I have no idea. I really don't have any idea. I don't think I've ever been this clueless with a signing. They're both great options is the difficult thing. If they both sucked, it would be hard. He's 26. I'm going Guerreiro. Tagliafico, you're out. I think Tagliafico's too similar to Mendy. I think Guerreiro gives us something else. Welcome to the squad. That took way longer to decide than it should have. The first game of the season is now upon us, and we've finished all of the transfer deals that we can do before the game, because the game's right now. And since last time, we haven't made a single signing, but we have made some sales, and those sales have been majority loan deals. But we've also managed to get rid of Ben Knight for £1 million. Some good stuff going on there. To wrap up what we've done in this transfer window, we've brought in 2 decent players and sold quite a couple of decent players as well, leaving our squad in pretty good shape, I will admit. I think we've definitely improved the team,
But I think I still want to get rid of one more player to give ourselves a wee bit more money so that we can bring in someone else that I've been trying to bring in for quite some time. It is Lorenzo Pellegrini. If we can bring this man in, I think he'll be the piece that completes the puzzle and is just exactly what we need. I think he'll be a brilliant signing for us. But we don't have the funds right now. If we go into our finances, we're quite a wee way away from it. So I'm taking a look at the team and actually evaluating who we can get rid of. And I've identified Zach Steffen as a player that we don't really need, with Scott Carson being a decent rotation goalkeeper. I mean, Ederson's going to start every game no matter what, even if Zach Steffen is the second choice goalkeeper. So I think if we can cash in on the £14 million man, that would be a good deal. And then, hopefully, we'll be able to bring in Pellegrini. But we'll have to make sure that we do find a transfer in the next episode, because that is where we're ending today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed the transfer special. If you have, don't forget to smash the like button on today's video, as well as subscribing to the Raxo FM channel if you want to keep watching every single video in this series. Don't miss tomorrow's episode where we will be playing our first game against Arsenal and West Brom. Oh, yeah, make sure you turn notifications on so that you don't miss that one, as well as doing all the other stuff. I feel like I'm rambling on now. That sounds like a decent time to end the video. Thanks so much for watching once again. I'll see you all later.